Hey everybody, welcome back to Heroes of the Storm. And today we're going to be taking a look at my war chief, who has received quite a rework in his kit and talent tree. He is now quite seemingly different. Let's just kind of start going through it. It's a little hard to kind of... I don't think I've still gotten quite a full grasp on it. But anyway, how much did his base kit change? Well, Chain Lightning, 178 damage to 3 times nearby enemies, so it's kind of the same. Feral Spirit, kind of the same. And Wind Fury, kind of the same. Frostwolf Resilience, changed a bit, kind of nerfed, dealing damage with abilities, instantly heal for 210 health. I think it used to be like 300 and something health, but now it's like only 210. Sundering and Earthquake at level 10, both still the same, though Sundering did receive some changes at level 20. So, here's where the changes really come into play. The talent tree. At level 1, we have 3 different Chain Lightning quests, or talents. 2 of them are quests. Echo of the Elements. Kill minions or heroes within a second and a half of hitting them with Chain Lightning. After killing 10 enemies, reduce the mana cost of Chain Lightning to 25. After killing 20 enemies, gain a second charge. Now that, a lot of these, some talents have been incorporated into other talents or into the kit. Crash Lightning, repeatable quest, hitting at least 2 heroes with a single use of Chain Lightning increases the damage of its bounces by 10 up to 400. After hitting multiple heroes 20 times, Chain Lightning prioritizes bouncing to heroes. And Rolling Thunder, for 10 seconds after hitting an enemy, the next base attack restores 10 mana, increases the range by 30% and the number of bounces. So any of these 3 are actually decent choices here. Well, let's look at the rest of the talents before we think about what could synergize with what. At level 4, we've got 2 Frostwolf ones, and, I also have to do with Frostwolf Resilience. Feral Resilience, damage by Feral Spirit grants 2 stacks, grant 50 physical armor. Quest for Frostwolf Pack. Hit 7 heroes with Feral Spirit. Progress is lost on death, and when Thrall fails to hit a hero. Reduce the cooldown and mana cost of Feral Spirit by 50%. Or Mana Tide. Frostwolf Resilience restores 20 mana and reduces basic ability cooldowns by half a second. That almost sounds like a battle momentum. Which, back when Thrall first came out, that was one of the things that made him so strong. I like that. At level 7, we've got Maelstrom Weapon, another quest. Basic attacks against heroes while Wind Fury's movement speed bonus is active. Increases the attack damage by 1. After gaining 20 attack damage, increases the movement speed of Wind Fury to 40%. After gaining 40 attack damage, Thrall permanently gains 15% increased movement speed. That's pretty nice. Ancestral Wrath. Consume 8 stacks of Ancestral Wrath, damaging a target enemy hero for 15% of their maximum health over 3 seconds, and healing Thrall for 150% of the damage dealt. 1 stack of Ancestral Health every time that Frostwolf Resilience activates. Ah, that sounds like that would be good against high health heroes. Probably like a Cho'Gall or something like that. So, and then follow through. It's follow through. You guys know how follow through is. So different talents for different situations. I like that. I like that a lot. Level 13, we've got Spirit Shield, a 45-second spell armor shield. And Frostwolf Resilience reduces the cooldown by 5 seconds. That's not bad. That's not bad if you're going up against an ability-heavy team. Frostwolf's Grace. It can be activated to instantly heal for 150% of its normal amount. Grace of Air grants twice as many stacks of Frostwolf Resilience. Level 16. Wow. Another quest at level 16. Tempest Fury, still the same. Thunderstorm. Casting Chain Lightning on a hero other than the last hero that it was cast on causes it to slow targets by 8% for 2 seconds. Each consecutive cast against a new hero increases the bonus by 8% up to 40%, Bonuses are reset if Thrall dies or casts Chain Lightning on the same hero twice. While at a 40% bonus, Chain Lightning's initial damage is increased by 25%. It sounds strong. Alpha Wolf. For 3 seconds after a hero is hit by Feral Spirit, Thrall's basic attacks against him deal an additional 3% of the target's maximum health as damage. Increase the duration of Feral Spirit's route to 1.5 seconds. That's like an alpha killer talent. You can definitely see here. So, Giant Killer is gone at level 13. Level 13 used to have Giant Killer here. That's gone. But this is somewhat of a Giant Killer here. It's 3% of the target's maximum. It's somewhat of a Giant Killer. I'm just saying. You know, there's a lot of things here that you can definitely see where they're going with. Now, level 20. I forgot to mention that in the patch notes, they're trying to get away with a lot of, get rid of a lot of the Bolt of the Storm talents. Like they got rid of it for Jim Raynor, which made sense. I didn't understand why that was ever a choice for someone like Raynor. And for others, Thrall had it, but now that's gone and been replaced with this called Wind Rush. Activate to immediately teleport and gain Wind Fury. So it's a buffed version of Bolt of the Storm. Earth and Shield's the same. Now, World Breaker has changed. Now, World Breaker used to go from one end of the map all the way to the other. It would just go indefinitely. Now, this is what World Breaker does. Lower the cooldown of Sundering by 20 seconds. Keep in mind, Sundering is a 70-second cooldown, so that becomes a 50-second cooldown. And after Sundering impacts, it leaves behind an impassable rift, blocking unit movement for 3 seconds. Which is kind of like when Sonya takes Crater on her leap. You know, you can't pass through it. So, very interesting changes here for Thrall. And, I mean, Thrall still, you could definitely still see, though, that him being a strong solo laner is still the case. It's just a matter of figuring out which of the talents go well together and which is better than the other. Some like Crash Lightning. I'm kind of leaning towards either Echo of the Elements to reduce the mana cost and get the second charge. But I also like just increasing the range. Plus getting the 10 mana when you attack someone that's gotten Chain Lightning. I do like Mana Tide because that's also got now a battle momentum, which is one of the things that made Thrall very strong back in the day. Very interesting. Well, let's get into a game and see Thrall in action. Let me just check his stuff here. Yeah, that's good. I want to show you guys my new Battle Raptor mount that I got for making it to Diamond in Hero League this past season. These are the Battle Raptor mounts. Look at that one. Oh, that looks awesome. He's going to be riding a Velociraptor. In the next season, we're going to be able to get a new elemental mount, and it's a grizzly bear. I mean, obviously it makes sense for Thrall to be riding one of these, an elemental lion, an elemental deer, all these elemental mounts. But I want to ride my new raptor. It's a raptor. I mean, come on. Alright, Infernal Shrines. I like that it seems like there's a lot of diversity and variety in Thrall's talents matching the situation. That Thrall isn't going to be one of those characters where he pretty much just had one build. All he had was one build. You took the same talents at every talent tier. There were a couple of tiers where you could choose one or the other, but for the most part, Thrall lately had just one build, and that was the build you chose, varying a couple different talents and varying the 2 different heroics. Although Earthquake has been kind of nerfed, where you don't necessarily want to take it, partly because it now has a 100-second cooldown, doesn't do as much as it did, and Sundering has a 70-second cooldown.
I wonder what that means.
But now there seems to be a lot of different variety here, where I can definitely see tons of different builds being used. Oh, look at this. Clever girl. Alright, so we are on the Infernal Shrines. The friendly team is Thrall, Lucio, Diva, Medivh, and Murky versus Rhaegar, Varian, Probius, Sylvanas, and Tychus. We have Diva, they don't have... Well, they have Varian. Let me take that back. I was gonna say, how come we have a warrior and they don't? Matchmaking? Oh, wait. Varian. Alright, let's see here. What do I wanna... Killing minions or heroes? Let's go with Rolling Thunder because I don't think... This seems to me like this would be more beneficial for him if he was souling, but we have a Murky on our team, so not really any need. So I'm going to go with a Frost Wolf build, I think. That's going to help me emphasize restoring mana. Gotcha, Sylvanas. Oh, man. Oh, no, that's right, Sylvanas. I'm the true war chief of the Horde. Oh, man, what I wouldn't give to have Thrall come back and fight Sylvanas to be take back his position of the war chief of the Horde. Oh, that would be so cool. Thrall shows up and he's like... He's like, I'm here to take back my rightful position. Yeah! Alright, I'm gonna go with Mana Tile. More mana, and it reduces the cooldowns for my basic abilities. I have Rhaegar as my announcer. Yes! Nice job, War Chief. 2 at once. Killing spree. I need a drink from a sippy cup. Oh, hold on. There we go. Now I'll drink. Now I'll drink from the sippy cup. I just couldn't pass up killing Tychus there. Oh, that reminds me. What? He's got to echo what Rhaegar just said. What do I want to try here? I think I'll go with Maelstrom Weapon. I have to attack enemies while my movement speed bonus from Wind Fury is active.
thanks. We should enlist the aid of these mercenaries.
Listen to your war chief and follow his commands.
Face the might of the Horde.
And I'm gonna go back and get some mana.
Great teamwork.
The point of the talents I chose was to get me some more mana.
Another shrine will be active soon. Do not let our enemy claim
Work on
it.
clearing this top lane here. And how convenient the objective's gonna be right up here.
Defeat the shrine's guardians and let loose the Punisher upon our foe. You have forced my hand. Let's move.
Let's move.
Choose a talent. Struggle no more.
Oh no you don't.
Once.
Oh man, that's very satisfying to do.
Thunder. For doom. We have summoned an arcane Punisher. Enemy slain. Two at once.
Here we go.
Fall before the whole three.
Yeah.
Untouchable. No mercy.
Yeah.
Two at once.
Oh, I sundered her right into the wall.
But don't get sloppy.
Good, but don't get slow.
Three. Four. The burning hell.
We just keep killing them over and over.
Hero of the storm. Choose.
I already have Hero of the Storm. I'm gonna go with Grace of Air. They don't really have any ability damage, at least strong ability damage, so to speak. And it gives me more stacks of Frostwolf Resilience, which is gonna help me in terms of getting more mana back.
A clever strategy.
I don't think I'm... Okay, so if I hit this with Chain Lightning, I don't think it gives me back mana. Okay. I'm gonna go over here and get this mercenary camp. Hey team, why don't you go grab that? Why don't you leave there and go get the camp?
I hear you.
That's right. Scare that Rhaegar off.
A shrine gathers power. Prepare to activate. I will return as soon as I can.
Actually, I'm gonna go down here.
The shrine is ready. Go and claim the Punisher's power for the high heavens.
I need to stop using my feral spirit when I'm doing this because that's how I can quickly run out of mana by spamming that when I don't need to.
Let's do it together.
Alright.
Fate smiles upon us.
Probius is coming up right here. There he is. Got him. That's the way. I see you, Varian. Hi, Varian. Oh.
Yes, to
Blood and thunder.
Your skills admirable.
Well, thank you, Medivh.
Excellent. We have summoned the frozen Punisher to fight for us.
Get these pushing the mid lane while the Punisher pushes the bottom lane.
Well done.
Have a Sundering Ray to go on this group here. Boom!
Mercy. Two at once. Three. Choose a talent.
I'm gonna go.
Blood and thunder. Two at once.
There we go. What do I want? Triple Spear or Alpha Wolf? I think I'd go Alpha Wolf.
Two at once.
Oh, I got the 40. Oh.
Three.
Yeah. Oh, look at my movement speed. Oh, that is nice. Oh, 22 kills.
Yes. Two at once. Three.
Oh, I got cocky. I was like, I kept killing them. I was like, I am invincible, and then they come up, and then one comes up and kills me. Rhaegar got me. I had low health. Oh man, 51 bonus attack damage. So I get an extra. I get 40% movement speed bonus when Wind Fury's active, and I now have a passive 15% increased movement speed just on my own. Just basic.
We should enlist the aid of these
Hey team,
mercenaries.
go and get that camp.
We should enlist the aid of these mercenaries.
The shrine is gathering power, heroes. Bless me.
Yeah, bottom lane's fine. It has catapults now. It's fine on its own.
Yes.
Have this push top while we get the objective, which is gonna push mid. Now see, the AI is trying to push back bottom lane. In
Let's
fact,
move.
I'm gonna go over here and get this.
Claim the shrine. Show its guardians your resolve.
Oh, hi. Boom! Take that, Varian! For the Horde!
Our enemy has destroyed a fort. Do it once.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo!
Face the might.
The Varian went taunt, right? Yes, he did. So I could have gone for the other talents that affect maximum health because of how it increases his maximum health. So it would have made him more vulnerable to my attacks. So just as how Malthael is going to be able to wreck percentage of health enemies. Oh my gosh, they just didn't even go away from Diva's self-destruct. Thrall is now one of those that's going to be able to do that because he has talents in almost every tier that can do that as well. Alright, so that mercenary camp got the top keep, and now we can just march to get this mid keep, and we'll have completely dominated. Oh my gosh, he jumped right on Probius.
Boom! Thundering!
Oh, that Punisher right on Varian. I'll tell you guys, I know this is just against AI, but this version of Thrall feels so strong. Oh my gosh. I really love what they have done with Thrall.
MVP.
I think the War Chief is gonna make a comeback. He kind of fell off a bit. You know, other assassins got more favorability over him. But I'll tell you what, I think Thrall, with this rework, he's gonna be going back up to the top amongst some of the top assassins in the game. Some of the best solo laners in the game. So the build that I tried out with here was Rolling Thunder, Mana Tide, Maelstrom Weapon, Sundering, Grace of Air, Alpha Wolf, and I probably would have tried World Breaker. But then again, strategically, you'll probably want to take Wind Rush, because it also gives you Wind Fury as well. So, I mean, I think any of these three talents are good choices. I mean, that's to give you, you know, if you want to get some more physical armor against basic attack enemies. If you want to try and pull this off to reduce the cooldown and mana cost of Feral Spirit. This to give you more mana as well as ability cooldowns. A battle momentum. I mean, that's huge for Thrall. This felt very cool, very strong. Obviously, I'll have to test. This will have to be tested out, but this seems like something that would work well against someone that has a lot of high health, like a Cho'Gall or a Stitches. Follow through is still solid. This is definitely a good choice for that Frostwolf Resilience build, especially if you're going up against a spell-heavy team. This, of course, also goes well with high health heroes, against high health heroes. And like I said, I was probably going to do that. Earthquake and Earth and Shields are still good. So Thrall, I'll tell you what, guys, I love what they've done with Thrall. What they have done with Malfurion, however, I'm going to quickly talk about it right here because, well, I don't think it's worth a video. It's not that big of a rework, but it's going to make a big difference. So, they have reduced the amount of healing that Regrowth does. They have taken away the mana regen from Twilight Dream. They have added this quest with Moonburn. They have added this quest with the Treant talent. And they took away Mule and Cleanse. They have moved these other talents down here. Cleanse is gone. And so is Mule. I want to make that clear. Cleanse is not... Malfurion doesn't have a Cleanse anymore. That is a big deal. And a big deal is also that they took away the mana regeneration from Twilight Dream. Level 13, they made it where now it's just either Life Seed, Shrink Ray, or Ice Block. That's it. 16, they've added these other talents that... Easter's Gift, while at above 75% health, regrowth's additional healing over time is increased by 40%. So it's kind of like the... you know, that it has to be above 75% health. It was kind of like Hardened Focus. And they've added this because they reduced the amount of healing that the base regrowth does. Now, this is also interesting. Using Inventory also grants Malfurion 50 mana and causes cooldowns to refresh 50% faster for 5 seconds. So they made it where you have to take this to try and get mana regen for himself as well. I still don't like it, though. And at 20, they added this. Astral Communion. You activate the channel for 1 second, and then you instantly teleport and cast Twilight Dream at the targeted location. So it's like a Blink or Bolt of the Storm built into the Twilight Dream. I think this is a nerf. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I just have to wait and see how people utilize over time. But the fact that he no longer has a Cleanse, and the fact that he doesn't have his mana regen anymore, I think Malfurion's reign as the top support healer in the game is over, guys. I'm a Malfurion player, and it just breaks my heart to see this change to happen to Malfurion. I saw those changes, and I just thought, what are they doing? To me, it's a nerf. You take away Cleanse, you take away the mana regen. Malfurion is going to run out of mana so fast now. I'm sure he's now a decent damage dealing support, but he's supposed to be like one of the best solo healers in the game. But if he doesn't have any mana, he can't heal. You're almost going to be forced to have to take Life Seed to increase the amount of healing output you do due to the lack of mana regeneration you're going to be getting. He's going to run out of mana so fast. Because also, by the way, they increased the amount of mana that regrowth costs to 45 mana instead of 40 mana, which is a big deal. I don't like this change for Malfurion. But I do love the changes to Thrall, and I cannot wait to see him use. In fact, I may start reusing him again in ranked again. Now that but obviously I still have to test out the rest of these builds and these talents. But I think it's going to make him very strong. That's Thrall, everyone. And whenever the next big patch involving a new hero or a big change comes out, we'll be taking a look at that. There were some other changes. Like I said, they took away Bolt of the Storm for a lot of heroes, including Raynor. They got rid of that. Kerrigan got Psionic Shift, which is supposed to be like Diablo's Hell's Gate talent. Where it generates 100% increased assimilation shields from the damage dealt. Stitches. Oh, man. Stitches got an interesting change. So, Potent Bile is the new 20 Bile talent. It doesn't do healing and it doesn't do increased movement speed or slow. Well, it does a bit of extra slow, but the Blink Bolt of the Storm has now been put into Hungry Stitches. Stitches can teleport to a short distance to additional targets and gorge them. So it's a good, interesting talent because you can reposition the entire team. Here's something that I thought was good though: Cannibalize. Basic attacks against heroes heal Stitches for 5% of his maximum health. Holy moly, that's a big deal. If you go for the other healing talents, including Hungry for More. Wow. You think about that, plus plus that or Tenderizer. And then either Fleabag or Indigestion. And then either Stone Skin or Fishing Hook. And then this. Holy moly, guys. Stitches. He's going to be so... This is going to be something that's going to be a big deal. But then again, keep in mind, guys, the fact that this guy is now in the game, that's going to make it even worse for Stitches. So so all these changes, it's going to be very interesting to see how the meta shifts and changes. So anyway, until the next big patch, I'll see you guys then.